Hello everyone, this is Nicholas Acosta and welcome to another YouTube video. And I just want to say thanks to everyone who has subscribed. If you think that my videos are amazing, then don't forget to tell your family and tell all your friends. Because today in this video, and I know it's funny that I'm doing videos on the weekend because I normally don't do this, but I just checked my inbox and I got an email from Mosen Consulting, and this year it's gonna be a little bit different for iOS 11 without the I. It's not gonna be available for pre-order. They're gonna be releasing it a little bit earlier to the public. Usually they release it around the time that iOS 11 is released. And the reason why they're not gonna be, the reason why Jonathan Mosen from Mosen Consulting isn't gonna be releasing the book is because he says that certain email providers think that with their e-commerce platform that they have, their sophisticated e-commerce platform, Gmail and sometimes other providers think that spam is being sent to customers, and he says that this isn't the type of service that he wants the customers to deal with, that it should be a little bit more professional. And sometimes when, like last year, I know I pre-ordered iOS 10 without the I, and I never got it in my inbox directly. Sometimes it'll end up in the spam folder, and other times it will end up, it won't even get sent at all. It won't show up in the inbox or the spam folder, so you just won't receive it at all sometimes. So I didn't receive it, and I sent him a message last year, and he told me, oh, don't worry, I will send you a link to download what you've purchased. And so yes, he sent me the iOS 10 without the I ebook. I read it and it was wonderful. And so if you want to know the new features that are in iOS 11, I am spreading the word, and I also let him know that I am talking about his book on my YouTube channel. For those of you who are wondering, Jonathan Mosen is blind. He's been doing podcasting since 2004, so he has a lot of experience in this field. He's been doing radio broadcasting for a very, very long time. He evaluates software, and I also mentioned his podcast called The Blind Side. The Blind Side. Check it out on iTunes or Downcast or any RSS reader that you download your podcasts from. Check it out because The Blind Side is an awesome podcast. Also, like I said, if you visit mosen.org, that's mosen.org, you can listen to Mushroom FM, which is his radio station, his online internet radio station. You can also subscribe to his newsletter that is on the website. And you should also follow Mosen Consulting on Twitter, because the more platforms you follow Mosen Consulting on, the better. And especially the newsletter. If you follow the newsletter, this is the place where you will get all the latest information on his tutorials that he releases, and all the information on the ebooks, because it's not just audio tutorials, it's ebooks as well. And I mentioned when I did the video on Mosen Consulting, I mentioned that there's a book called It's Off to Work We Go, and this book was written by his wife, Bonnie Mosen. And so this is basically talks about finding employment when you're disabled, when you're blind or visually impaired. This talks about all of that. And when you buy It's Off to Work We Go, not only do you get the book, you also get added to what is known as the Job Club. And anytime they have a webinar, you join the webinar through Zoom Cloud Meetings. And that's another tutorial that you should check out, an audio tutorial that was done by Jonathan called Meet Me in the Cloud, the accessible guide to Zoom Cloud Meetings. And he really did an amazing job putting this book together. I purchased the book, and I think that everyone who uses VoiceOver, or who uses a Mac, or who uses Android and uses TalkBack, or who uses Windows, NVDA, JAWS, whatever screen reader you use, Zoom Cloud Meetings is available on these platforms. So getting back to the job club, if you purchase It's Off to Work You Go, It's Off to Work We Go, then you'll be in the job club automatically, and you'll get access to any webinars that you can either attend them live, or if you can't attend live, you'll get a link emailed to you directly to download the MP3 file. So the last webinar that they did, and it is also available for download on Mosen.org. If you just go into the Mosen Consulting store, you will see it. It's the SSA webinar, and I forgot the person's name who was hosting it. It was given on August 9th, and it was posted, and it's not free. You have to buy it. I think it's about $10 to purchase. There's so many audio tutorials that he produces, and I really gotta shout his wife out, Bonnie, because she did an amazing job putting this book together. And I will always support Jonathan's work, because he puts all his hard work into making these excellent tutorials, good quality. The microphones that he uses, when he uses JAWS and he uses VoiceOver, his speech isn't that fast. I also purchased another book by him called Become an Amadeus Pro Maestro, and this is Amadeus Pro, which is the professional audio editor for Mac computers, desktops, laptops, you name it. It's a professional editor that you can download for $60 from the Mac App Store. It's also available on the website. You can get a license key, but I didn't get a license key. I downloaded it from the Mac App Store. And he does an audio tutorial demonstrating how this program works, how to make ringtones, how to edit recordings, and he goes from the simple to the advanced. He explores the settings. He talks a little bit about the file formats. He talks about multi-track editing with Amadeus Pro. He even shows you how to convert whether it's vinyls or cassettes into like great audio sounding files that you can put on a CD. If you have a CD player, you can just play them in the CD player. So in this tutorial, he converts a cassette into I think it's .wav files, or I think that's what he converted into, and then he shows you how to do that, but you can do that with vinyls also. He does so many good tutorials. For those of you who are Windows users who use JAWS, there's also Broadcast It, the definitive guide to Station Playlist Studio, that was done by him and a gentleman by the name of Brian Hartgen. And this was done not too long ago, I think in 2014. This was using the Station Playlist Studio and Creator software for broadcasting, doing internet radio stations from a Windows computer using JAWS, which is also $60. So many tutorials that I've purchased from him, and the tutorial that he released that he was talking about yesterday, he posted something on Twitter. If you don't want to follow the mailing list, you can follow Mosen Consulting on Twitter, and they'll post whatever products they're gonna be releasing. He posted it on Twitter. I went on Mosen.org and went into the Mosen Consulting store, and there you go. It was there. And Unleash Your Inner Podcast, which was the video that I did yesterday. I took a very, very good look at that tutorial, and it's $80, and I might purchase it because I'm very, very interested in podcasting and probably hosting my own show in the future. I don't know yet. I told him that I would always support everything that he does. I just sent him an email, and I told him that I really appreciate everything that he does. And look, if you decide to purchase any audio tutorial or any ebook, please do not share the content. Don't give it to anyone. It's your ebook. This is the blindness. The blindness community is very, very small, and so if you give it away, then it's not going to support him. It's not going to support his great work. So try not to give it away. You know, he makes these ebooks and tutorials, and you can purchase them at affordable prices. I don't think anyone else does this as good as he does. But take a look at the store, take a look at his site, take a look at everything that he does, everything that he has to offer. Also check out the FS Cast from Freedom Scientific, because he's the host of that podcast. That podcast has been on for over 10 years now, and I go and listen to it. He does a lot of interviews with people. It's a great show that he does. Just look at his content, and I will be coming back with more videos for all of you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.